Well, let's speak to the entertainment reporter Jeannie Wolfe in Hollywood. Jeannie, thanks so much for speaking to us this morning. Now, an extraordinary performer. What's the latest you're hearing around the circumstances around his death?
Well, I am hearing still people shocked and questioning and unable to sort of process the idea that he's dead. Lots of questions because his camp reported that he was suffering from the flu. Now, TMZ and the New York Daily News and a couple of other outlets are reporting that he supposedly was treated in a hospital, not for the flu, but for a drug overdose, given what they call a save shot, which they give people quickly who've overdosed. They're not specifying exactly which drug. Now, I can't say that's 100% confirmed, but so far, most of the reports from TMZ have unfortunately been right. There will be an autopsy, and whether the autopsy reveals that, the autopsy is coming soon, and whether the autopsy reveals that, we're not sure. But there is, of course, for a man that young, a man who is so vital, so full of energy, there had to be lots of questions. You know, the question all day has been, how can this be? Why did he die? And let's hope that things are not uncovered that will make us, wonder about the state of mind of Prince.
I mean, let's talk a bit about his life, because not much is really known about him. He was a very private person.
He was a very private person. Today, there was talk about his childhood. His parents divorced when he was 10. Both of them were musicians. And he went back and forth from the mother's house to the father's. And then, crazy enough, moved in with a neighbor when he was 13 years old and talked for the rest of his life about how grateful he was to that woman. He started musically very early, wrote a song when he was 7, and always had extraordinary talent. There's also news being revealed today that he admitted that he had suffered with epilepsy when he was a child. And he said that that was one of the reasons he became so loud and brash, because in school they would make fun of him, and he sort of wanted to overcome that. We know that he overcame everything. He was a style icon. Nobody looked, nobody sounded, nobody could play as many instruments as Prince. He is and was an extraordinary talent. And the whole musical community is just reeling from this death, close on the heels of David Bowie and other great artists this year. It's almost too much for them to take.
Now, you've met him before, isn't it? And what was he like?
Well, he was always very mysterious. I can't say I met him and chatted with him, but I met him when I went to watch him perform in Las Vegas. He was opening a club there, and he gets on stage and he says something like, "I love Las Vegas." And people are going, "Oh, look, Prince talked," played a fantastic set and didn't say another word, did shake hands with some press and was very nice. But for the most part, he liked being mysterious, and his mystery was partly teasing everybody. Whether it was Oprah Winfrey interviewing him or anyone else, he wouldn't give them straight answers. The only straight answer he gave is, "What I want to be known as is someone who created great music." And if people called him weird or strange or freaky or over sexual, he was very amused by all of that. He thought he was, pretty much a normal guy, though he was very competitive and very good at generating publicity about himself. A great musician. I was sent in 1985 to the Orange Bowl in Miami for what was supposed to be his final live concert. He said after this, he was going to search for the ladder. And I saw this little guy on the stage in an arena with thousands of people give the most sexual, sensuous performance you've ever seen and connect with all those thousands of people. He repeated a performance, nothing like that, in 2007 at the Super Bowl, again in Miami, and it was pouring rain. They were terribly worried that he was going to slip, that he wouldn't be able to dance, and he said, "Let it pour," and they made the rain purple, and he gave one of the great Super Bowl performances of all time. Wherever he was, when he felt like it, he delivered. And just days ago, he invited people to his home and kind of communed with the fans and chatted them up. And then this news comes, and you see people standing in line, weeping around his home, whose life they felt he was so much a part of their life.
OK, Jeannie Wolf speaking to us from Hollywood. Thanks very much.